Welcome to Café Latino Cooking with Friends. This is a show that I invite people who knows how to cook, chefs, and people who just want to share something for the community. This has been so much fun. Today we have a special guest, Charles Gang. His last name is hard, as always, for the people. I wanted to promote people that is from the diverse community, of the minority community, and he comes today not only to talk about, teach us about how to do deviled eggs, also to share with us about a so interesting event that is coming. Welcome, Charles.
Thank you for having me, Laura.
It's so interesting to have you here. Tell me a little about you. You are something amazing about him. He's a lawyer and he's also a real estate agent.
Yes, that's exactly correct. Yeah, I am a man of many trades.
And then you also like to help people.
That's absolutely correct, yeah.
So tell me a little about yourself.
Sure. So I was actually born in Lowell, Massachusetts, and my family, they were originally from Taiwan. So after I was born, we moved to Taiwan, and I grew up on a farm there for about 4 years. And then after that, I moved to Los Angeles, and a lot of my friends were Latino. Okay. So I learned a little bit of Spanish. Unfortunately, I don't remember most of it, except for the bad words.
Oh, yeah, that's always a good to keep it. So do your family like to cook?
Yes, they love to cook. Actually, my family used to work in a restaurant back in the day, so I do know my way around the kitchen.
Oh, that's perfect, because I'm not too good. So I always invite people who always got to cook. So that'd be great. So tell us about what you're going to planning to cook today.
Okay, so today I'm planning on doing deviled eggs, but I'm doing a little spin on it. As you may know, in the DC area, there are a lot of Koreans here. So a famous Korean dish, I'm not Korean myself, is kimchi. Right, so I had this actually at my wedding. It was a deviled eggs with kimchi. So it's a little bit spicy, but I think you'll like it. Oh,
that's awesome, perfect. And then after we cook and everything, I will sit down and talk more about your nonprofit.
Absolutely.
To plan your event. Okay?
All right, terrific.
So how it works?
Okay, so first of all, we're going to start by boiling the eggs. So if you've never boiled eggs before, what you should do is you should put the eggs in first and then put in the water. So we're going to go ahead and pour in the water. This is actually not enough, but you want to cover the eggs up until they're all covered by the water, right? Then you're going to set it on high, wait until it's boiling, and then after it gets boiling, you want to turn the heat down to medium. Okay? Depending on how firm you want your yolk to be, right? If you want your yolk to be really well done, then you can just leave it on medium heat for about 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, and then afterwards you can take it off. But if you want it a little bit on the runny side, right, you can leave it on medium heat for about a minute. And then afterwards turn it off, put the lid on it, and just take it off the fire. And then afterwards you can just take it off and peel them. So these eggs are actually already boiled, so we're not going to cook them. Okay, so we can go straight to peeling the eggs now. All right, would you like to help me peel some of these eggs?
No, thank you.
Okay, all right.
I'm kind of good at this guy.
Okay, no worries.
So that's perfect. Okay.
All right, so why don't we just go ahead and set these two aside, and we'll peel 3 of them. All right. Tell me, Laura, do you like spicy food?
Yes, I love spicy food.
Okay, all right.
So in Mexico, as you know, after season of Latinos, we love spicy. So we eat almost with tortillas and salt and lemon and pepper and spicy stuff. So I like it a lot. Okay. So when this kind of, how is called that?
Deviled eggs?
No, that
kimchi.
Kimchi. What is that?
So kimchi is actually, it's kind of like pickles in the sense that they're fermented, right? So they're normally cabbage, and then they pickle it with, I think it's vinegar, and they also pickle it with fish sauce. Right? So most of the times it's usually spicy, but more notably, it's also tart. Right, so it's a little sour, but it tastes really good. Actually, would you like to try a sample of it right now? You can eat it by yourself.
You know, maybe I can help you with the.
I agree. I think you can. So here.
One of my problems when I do boiling eggs is they get stuck in the. So this is, oh my God, this is awesome. They're peeling very nicely.
Yeah. So I mean, that's one of the. Everyone has like their own way of peeling eggs. Like for me, actually, I made a mistake already. I accidentally broke mine. But we'll try again.
So one of the things I was very interesting about you is that, so you study law. Where did you study law?
Where did I study law? I studied law at American University.
Oh, okay.
So right here in DC. Actually, I can tell you a little bit about how I got here.
Yes, please.
So I graduated college in 2009. And
what did you study?
Where did I study at?
No, the 2009. What did you finish as a major?
Yeah, I got a degree in political science.
Political science. Okay.
And it was a little hard for me to find a job in California, so I applied for an internship here in Washington, D.C. And I was really lucky that they gave me a job offer, right after my internship. So I took it, and I've been here for about 8 years now. So I stuck around here. I went to American University, and I finished finished law school in 2014. And I've been a lawyer since.
Wow. And then how did you decide to have your license for real estate?
So I actually have always wanted to be a real estate agent as well. When I was a child, my family, we owned an apartment complex. It was a small 6-unit building, and we actually lived in one of those units. And one of the things that I was always do with my family is that I would always accompany them whenever they showed one of the units for rent. And I think it was just a fun experience. And ever since then, I always did it with my family.
Oh, this is how you become to real estate. So now you can help people to take right decisions, no? Because sometimes when you buy a house and you know for this country, it's usually hard for us to understand a lot of this little letters, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's always great to have a lawyer that can guide you.
Yeah. And I think a big part of the American dream, the reason why a lot of people come to America, right?
Yes.
Is so that they can have a home. They can buy a home,
absolutely.
Right?
So that is very important. It's a great opportunities to buy houses now, because now there's a lot of, these are programs for first buyers, no?
Yeah, so there is programs for first-time buyers. It depends a lot on where you live. But most states, especially Virginia, they have programs where if you're buying a home for the very first time, one of the things that you can do is apply for a grant, and they'll give you money to help pay for your down payment. So sometimes you might just need to bring 1% or 3%.
Much better that they usually 20%.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
I think a long time ago, maybe people realized that 20% is a lot.
It's a lot. It's almost sometimes when you are, you're earning not too much money, it's hard to put together 20%.
Right.
If the house costs like 300, it's just a little hard to find 20% of that.
Exactly. Right. And
so just for first-time buyers is that grant. They don't have to pay back or what?
Yeah. So that's the beauty of it. It's a grant, right? So up to 2% of that is a grant that you don't have to pay back.
Okay. I can help you with this.
All right. Sure. Why not? So you've already peeled this one for me. Thank you. All right. So we can start. I'm hoping that these eggs yolks are done. All right, a little runny, but it's okay. All right, so next, if you don't mind, could you hand me the mixing bowl?
Yes.
All right.
Do you need this?
Yes, thank you. All right, so you start by scooping out the yolk from here.
Okay.
I like my eggs a little runny, right? So here you are. And then you can set the whites aside after you're done. Right. We'll have a lot of experience peeling eggs after this.
I know, so continue talking about the real estate. So interesting is a lot of people buying houses in this year, because in other times it was hard, no? Like it goes like this, no?
So some people say it's like a cycle where...
I think I messed it up this too.
Don't worry about it. Actually, we have plenty. Why don't we just move on from there, okay? Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is, if you can hand me the, why don't you hand me that red box here first?
What is this?
So the red box here is actually a chili paste. So it's a mixture of oil, soy sauce, and chili beans, and it's all ground up, right?
Okay.
So this gives this a little bit of a kick. So we will take a little bit of this. This real quick. And then you said you like spicy, right?
Yeah, but not too much.
Okay, all right, no problem.
Okay.
I'll just take this much.
Perfect.
A little sampling of it, okay? All right, and then next, while we do the mayonnaise.
Okay.
So the mayonnaise is going to be, let's start mixing this a little bit. Do you mind, oh, I got it right here. All right. So next, give me 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Actually, one's probably good. Okay. A little bit more.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then now, if you could, the sesame oil. Give me about half a tablespoon of that.
Okay. Ouch.
Okay.
Maybe too much.
No problem. No worries. And then why don't we do a little bit of mustard?
I don't know. Like
okay.
This.
That's good.
Okay.
All right. So before we start mixing this, the other ingredient we're going to add is the kimchi. So why don't we
Yes.
Let's put these over here, and then we'll put these over here. Okay, and then we'll wipe the cutting board.
Yep.
Are you sure you don't want a sample of kimchi before we
No, it's okay.
Okay, all right. No worries.
It's okay.
Have you ever had it before?
No.
Really? So this is your first time?
Yeah, but I wanted to just put it.
Okay, all right. That's good.
Yeah, I kind of. I love Asian food.
Yeah, it's definitely, this ingredient I think is really good. You can use it as an appetizer in itself. Not an appetizer, but like, yeah, just a side dish. Or you can add it to a lot of other dishes.
Well, let me try.
Okay, all right.
A little
grab a piece.
Okay. Oh my God, it's delicious.
It's amazing, right? Exactly, it's really good. You can add it to a lot of dishes. You can add it to like eggs, or if you're going to make a fried rice, you can add it to a fried rice as well. All right, so we're just going to take a little bit of a handful of it, and then we're going to just dice it up a bit. Because our eggs are a little tiny, we'll dice it up a little smaller. Okay.
And you put it here in this? Okay, cool.
Give it one more pass. So the idea behind this is we're going to use this plastic bag over here, and then we're going to squeeze it from this bag into those egg whites. Right? So we got to make sure that we cut this kimchi so that it's small enough of a piece to pass through the bag.
So when we are going to take a little break, so when we come back, we can squeeze it the eggs, and then we can sit down at a table.
Absolutely.
And talk a little more about your nonprofit and how you get involved.
Okay, sure, why not?
And future events that looks like the nonprofit is coming to.
All right, sounds good.
So you can mix it now.
Okay, all right. Actually,
so we are going to take a small break, but it's deviled eggs with something absolutely out of this world. What is it called?
Kimchi.
Kimchi. So kimchi is a Korean food. Korean food, you can find in a Korean store?
Yeah, you can actually, so this one actually I bought at Wegmans.
Wegmans,
so
look
yeah,
at it.
But yeah, Korean stores will usually sell it as well.
So we are going to prepare everything ready to sit down and eat the deviled eggs. That by the way, I love the deviled eggs.
All right.
Did you see anyone's brothels? Is this your bird?
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 5 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome to Café Latino Cooking with Friends. Today we have a special guest, Charles, and he's cooked today deviled eggs, and with a twist. I love this one. Thank you very much for coming, Charles.
Thank you for having me.
I love it that you cook this. So let's try.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm so curious about the flavor of the. Thank you very much.
Yep. So I like my eggs a little bit on the creamy side, so this is more of a little saucier. Tell me what you think.
I love it.
You like it?
Delicious. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now I learn a little different. It's a little tiny spicy dishes. I like it. This,
Yeah.
it's very
You
good.
did say you like spicy, so I
like
added
it
a
spicy.
little bit
Yeah.
more, right?
No, it's very, very good. Thank you.
Of course.
So it looks like the secret of doing this is to cook the eggs.
Right. So you'll notice that we have a lot runnier of a consistency,
Yes.
right? But if you wanted something that was a little more solid, then
Yeah.
you just make the eggs boil a little longer, because when you cook the eggs and they're firm, the yolk is firmer, then yeah, the consistency will stick together a little bit longer. But
Yeah, that's delicious. And today he brought this delicious, how is it called?
it's called kimchi.
Kimchi. So this very good. It's like spicy and flavory. It's delicious. Just perfect.
Yeah, I think it's a really good appetizer for whatever party you go to.
So we invite Charles because he wants to share with us a couple of things. First of all, he's coming to share with us about this event that is an Araguan festival, that the profits will go to a non-profit. So he will tell us about it. So let's begin with the non-profit that you're helping.
Yeah, absolutely. So the nonprofit that I'm helping is called Shelter House.
Shelter House.
And Shelter House is a Fairfax County nonprofit. They help people that are victims of domestic violence. So they provide housing for them, but also they look for ways to educate them and support them so that they become financially independent.
Okay.
Because a lot of the times when you're a victim of domestic violence, right, one of the reasons why you can't escape that situation is because you're financially dependent on that person, right? So this actually October, for those of us that don't know, is Domestic Violence Awareness Month,
Okay.
right? So they are Shelter House is part of a program right now to raise awareness for domestic violence. And as part of that, they've paired up with a lot of other companies to sort of fundraise money. So this program that I'd like to talk to you about is called the Purple Purse Program, right? As you notice, our colors are also purple for the event. But the Purple Purse Program is, number one, to create awareness for this for domestic violence, but also to encourage people to think about being financially independent, right? So it's called the Purple Purse Program because you put money in your purse, right? So yeah, and so money that's raised for this event will go towards their fundraising goals for this month of October. And then I believe other corporate sponsors will match some of those funds that are contributed.
That's great. So they have housing for people. Do you have the webpage of that organization?
Yeah, I believe you can, if you just Google Shelter House, you
Shelter
should be
House
able to find it.
here in Virginia.
Yep, absolutely. And then also if you go to the link to the event page, you'll also find a link to Shelter House as well, where you can donate to them directly.
Perfect. So tell me about how you came with the idea of this Araguan festival.
Yeah, absolutely. So the DC area is actually home to a lot of internationally recognized artists, and as well as wineries. And this was something that I really discovered for myself the very first time. But Northern Virginia, if you travel out to Fauquier County or Loudoun County, you'll find that there are a lot of different wineries out there. They all have a lot of great things to offer. So I figured this was a really good opportunity for us to sort of showcase a lot of our local talent.
So the idea will be bring artists that they are locally, they can sell the art, and also the wineries can sell the wine. It will be a testing. One of the things I know, there's a few Latinos that have been trying to connect with you. They usually, it's hard to sell art, as you may know.
It is, yep.
It's so hard because I have a gallery in Alabama. I brought art from Mexico, and sometimes it's really hard because the people don't appreciate the effort that you dedicate to do art, no?
Yeah, I agree. I can understand that art is a hard business. I think for a lot of people, their initial thoughts, are art isn't something that interests me, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Speaking as a man, I know that when I first started thinking about art, I was like, oh, it's not like a manly thing to get into, right? But I think an important concept for people to realize is that art isn't just about isn't just a subjective thing. It's about how art makes you feel.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So I think once you really recognize that, you can appreciate art a little bit more. And I'm also glad that you mentioned like Latinos, right?
Yes.
Because one of our wineries that is coming, Moulin Love, they actually had a sangria bash.
Sangria,
right?
wow, I love
and
sangria.
they'll be offering 4 different kinds of sangrias at the event.
That's
So
great.
yeah, I think it's...
Sangria is one of my favorites to drink.
I think you would be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't like sangria.
Exactly. So it have a cost, the event. The people the adults, how much will pay for entering into the event?
So the ticket price is $8 to get in,
$8.
and it will include wine sampling, and then we'll also have a couple of attractions as well. So number one, we're looking to have a glasswork display. So if you've ever seen anyone make glass before, right, it's actually really spectacular.
Oh, wow.
They'll have a fire, and then they'll put the glass together.
That's very
So it'll be
nice.
really cool. It's really educational. And then on top of that, we'll also be having a free art classes there.
Okay.
Right, so you can get a chance to also like learn to paint, things like that. So it's not just an event that you can go to and not necessarily walk away with something. You'll definitely walk away with not just a good experience, but hopefully
And
some
then
artwork yourself.
feeling that you helped this nonprofit, no?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what kind of wineries did you contact to come? Do you have what kind of wineries are coming? Who are
So
coming?
yeah, I mean, one of our primary wineries is Moulin Love. They're located out in Warrenton. Yeah, and then on top of that, we're also looking at a couple other wineries as well. I know that the Philip Carter Winery is also planning on coming as well.
Okay, that sounds going to be a really fun event, and it's going to be in the parking lot of the. Can you remember where it's?
Yeah, so it's at Fair Oaks Mall, which
For example, okay.
yeah, if you're not familiar, it's where 50 and 66 sort of intersect,
Okay.
and it'll be out in the parking lot. So
Okay.
it's October 22nd, and the reason why it's outside is because it's going to be fall.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and we wanted to have that opportunity
To
sort of
enjoy.
enjoy the fall weather. And there'll also be a lot of trees nearby. So, you know, fall's when
Yeah.
trees are changing colors. So
Yeah.
it'll be really, I guess, artistic is one way of putting it,
Artistic,
right?
absolutely.
So it'll be across the street from where the original Macy's was at Fair Oaks Mall,
Okay.
and in front of the Mantech building. So
Okay.
there's about 217,000 square feet for this event.
Oh,
so there'll be plenty of
huge.
parking. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can bring your family, your kids, because there will be something for the kids too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll make sure that the kids stay engaged. We don't know if it's going to be face painting yet, but
I was
it's
thinking
definitely a
the
good
face
idea. You did the motion, so I think.
I think you
Yeah.
know what's going to. I like to do face painting for myself, but maybe it would be something fun for the kids
Of course.
to bring it. So coming back a little about the shelter, it's just what an incredible concept. One of the problems I face with some of the Latino women is they're afraid to leave because they don't know what to do. No, so they don't
Right.
know places to go. And, But the thing that is interesting is they teach them how to manage money so they can go back. So I think this is something amazing. Do they have these shelters in Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're located in Fairfax.
In Fairfax, okay. So that is something that is just amazing. It says aquí 1 in 4 women will be victim of domestic violence in her lifetime.
Right.
Yeah, it's just something like, especially minority people, like you know, minority women, sometimes marry people that is very aggressive, and it's really hard to break that circle of violence.
Yeah,
So-
certainly. I think, I mean, even speaking from my culture, Chinese culture, that's
Yeah,
definitely
Taiwan, yeah.
a problem as well, because we have a lot of family loyalty, right? And because of that, you know, if you're in a domestic violence situation, you might not feel like coming out of it. That's just what your tradition tells you.
You have to
right?
stay with your husband. My mom says it doesn't matter what the husband does, you have to stay with him. Well,
Right,
it
yeah.
was a tradition before. Now it's a little more freedom, but in the past it was like that. And many people, minorities, especially in the Asian community, Latino community, we're very similar. We're very family oriented. So you will not go to your mother and say, my husband is hitting me, because you'll be afraid, you know,
Right.
what the people will say. Well, it will be so hard.
Right, exactly, and I think that's why this cause is really important. Not just because of the fact that women everywhere can suffer from it, but because also in Northern Virginia we have so many different cultures here.
Yeah,
right,
it's so diverse.
exactly. And I think there's a need for, people that have different cultures to be aware that there's a place for them to go, regardless of what culture they are coming from.
So you have a couple of sponsors now that is for the printing. Can you tell us about your main sponsors?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we have 3 sponsors that are on our flyer right now. So Allegra Printing is actually a local printer. They printed these postcards. As a matter of fact, I know that Shelter House, the nonprofit, also goes to them for printing. Actually, the funny story is we got connected because the owner of Allegra, Juan Henry, she put us together and we started talking some more. And then we got to working out that this would be a great opportunity for them to fundraise money for October. And Bloomforth is a local company here based in Centerville, and they're a technology company. And what they do is they help the artists. Right? So a lot of the artists that we're inviting, some of them are professional, and some of them do it as a part-time thing.
Yes,
right?
Of course.
A lot of artists start that way, right?
So hard sometimes.
So Bloomforth is a technology company that helps them sell their artwork online. And what makes them unique is that they don't charge for the listing of their artwork online when they first list. They only charge a commission that's still very competitive only when they sell.
Oh, that's great.
So it's a really good way for artists to get started.
Oh, so they will help many of the artists that go there?
Yeah, absolutely. I know that some of the artists that are coming, they have done this, they've sold some work online at Etsy and things like that, but this is their first time selling it to somebody in person. So Bloomforth will be helping them with payment processing there.
And the other one would be
Premier Financial Alliance. Yeah.
That we have a common friend, Oko.
Yeah, Premier Financial Alliance, they offer great life insurance products.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming. It has been a pleasure to have you here. And I learned something to do this. Double eggs, my husband will be crazy about it. It's so delicious. And I hope so the festival goes well. As my own company planning to support you and promote it because I think it's a very, very nice cause. Well, it's time to say goodbye again. It has been so much fun cooking with Charles. I really don't know how to cook eggs. And now he gave me the trick part. And these flavors are just amazing. I think Asian food is just spicy and just delicious. So thank you for watching us here in Café Latino Cooking with Friends.